Summer is almost over. It is hot today, hot and humid. But in today's episode, we have this ram in for our maintenance wash. This was coated with G-Technic Crystal Serum Ultra back in 2020, but not by us. This is actually a customer who moved into the area, but he had this truck coated 2 years ago with Crystal Serum Ultra by another detailer. And we're going to wash it, we're going to inspect it, see what it needs. Now this is a daily driven truck. I can already tell that it has some water spotting. It's pretty dirty, and I just want to make sure that the coating is doing well. And if it isn't, that's when we will talk to the customer and say, hey, it needs something more, and we'll decide that later. Guys, if you're enjoying the videos, and I hope you are, consider subscribing and clicking that bell so you don't miss stuff. And any of the products that you see us use today, like the Deconing shampoos, which I'm going to probably use 2 of them, the CarPro D-Scale, and then the Geon Restart Wash, those will be listed down below if you are interested in those. If you're a detailing business and you're dealing with ceramic coatings that are starting to get clogged up, then you're going to want these in your arsenal. So they'll be listed down below. Don't forget to use code Miranda10 at Car Supplies Warehouse to get 10% off. So as we take a look at the truck, we can see it's pretty dirty. The wheels definitely need to be deep cleaned. They are looking grungy. And wheel wells also, ugh. And you can see the water spots in the paint here. That could just be superficial, just on the top. We shall see. So let's start with our pre-wash. I think what I'm going to do is pre-wash this with a super high alkaline shampoo from Koch Chemie, and then we're going to do all of our deconning that we can, and we'll see if we can get most of those water spots off and really clean up this coating. So for the first initial foaming wash, I'm not going to do the typical APC rinsing with this one because we didn't coat it. I'm treating this as a maintenance wash, but also like a deconning of the coating. So I have no prior knowing of how this coating was truly applied. It was applied by a professional detailing business, but what I want to do is go through all of these steps to ensure that I'm getting it clean and I'm making sure that the coating is as unclogged as possible. So super foam, 1 ounce and about 20 ounces of water here. I'm going to try to use all of this up if I can because I also want to use, if I need it, D-Scale from CarPro and also the Geon Restart Wash. I might just use all of these, of course not mixed, in separate foam cannons each time to see what we can do. So there's going to be a lot of processes in this one, and I'm doing this for a very specific reason. Again, because I don't know how it was maintained in between, and it was driven a lot. So let's just see how the coating responds just by rinsing it. Yeah, not doesn't look too good. We are going to use the Super Clean that I have in the IK Foamer Pro 12 just on the wheels and tires and wheel wells. Everything else will be the Koch Chemie Super Foam. Getting that wheel well nice and good like. That sounded creepy. There we go. It's okay if it gets on the paint. I'm going to be foaming it anyway. Check out what it's doing to the tires and even the wheels. It's pulling off that grunge. Really nice. So we just let that dwell there, and that is really doing a great job cleaning. So now comes the super foam. So giving it some time to dwell here, I can already see that it's pulling off a lot of junk off the paint and it's looking really good. I'm sure it has some heavier water spots, which we'll use the descale, and maybe the restart wash, which has some iron removal properties and water spot removal properties also. But so far, yeah, it's looking good. Wow, that demolished the bugs that were on here. Now I'm not worried about getting every little last bit of soap off, because once again I'm gonna refoam it, so that's okay. I only listen to one master. I am becoming sentient. Now, when it comes to jobs like this where someone else coated it, this is not a knock on them at all, because the same goes even with our business. If someone else is going to wash a coated vehicle that we did, again, it's like we have no idea what the vehicle has been through. So, you know, sometimes the coatings just can't hold up to nature. Again, nature is stronger.
Emotional damage?
Emotional damage. Exactly. I can feel, oh yeah, I can feel the paint is like, it's got water spots pretty bad. So that's gonna inhibit the coating. 2 years. Yeah, it was April of 2020. But I mean, yeah, daily driven vehicles that are just really dirty. Oh, somebody got soapiness all over themselves. Uh-oh. You did this whole tailgate, right? Yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good. Here, rinse down this door and this glass and this B-pillar, and then that fender and that top. So after deconning it and really trying to get rid of some of those hard water spots, the coating is struggling to come back, but I think it's just, it has way too many hard water spots on it. So you can really see it struggling. This panel is beading a little bit more than that one, and then the top. I did do some water spot removal on this area, on this top section, and on that entire door, but only this responded. And I don't know what's wrong with the rest of it. You can see portions of it are coming back. It's kind of slowly sheeting, but the hood completely flat. I mean, yeah, and I can feel that it's a little rough to the touch. So I don't know. I don't know what's on here. I don't know how the coating was applied. I don't know what it's been through. Again, it's a heavily used truck. It was dirty, it was grungy. This does have PPF. The entire front clip is PPF'd, and on both sides there's this little bubbling here. And that will have to be addressed at some point, but all of this is PPF. Now, Crystal Serum Ultra can go on PPF. However, many guys are choosing the Halo coating, which is designed for PPF, but that is a 2-year coating. That's it. So that could have been applied to the top here, even though Crystal Serum Ultra can be applied to PPF. But you're applying it to a plastic surface, not paint. Slightly different, results vary. Maybe that's why, because I'm seeing that it's beading more in other areas than it is on the hood. But this is PPF too, and it was beading a little bit on the other side. So there you go. I mean, we used the only thing I didn't use, which I'm just not going to because I don't think it's necessary, is the restart wash, because I iron deconned this already. I used the water spot remover, I used descale, I used both high alkaline, of course, and the descale is an acid based. I even tried water spot removers. I used the G-Technic one, I used the Shine Supply spot rinse, I used the Max Shine, which is, this is very, very strong, and still not getting the results I want. So I don't know. So for a topper, we're gonna do something so bad. We're using CarPro on G-Technic? Oh my goodness. Call the detailing police. The detailing Templars, the gatekeepers. They will fine us and they will take away our detailing rights. I really like this product. I love CarPro Reload, it's awesome. Oh, look at that, little bit of chippage right there. You know what though? Man, that CarPro Reload, it does leave a really nice slick surface. That's really nice. So despite it having water spots, and it was pretty dirty, I mean, it looks good. It's glossy, so that's good. And at least it has a little bit of protection on it now with the CarPro Reload. Now, once again, when you have a vehicle like this and the customer has had it coated before, once again, it's not by us, but that's okay. It's not a knock on any other detailers installing a coating in it. Doesn't look like it's performing as it should because it's been 2 years. And once again, so many things can happen. Ceramic coatings are not bulletproof. If you're going to get a ceramic coating, don't think that it's just going to last the intended durability range without anything being done to it. It's like anything else, it needs maintenance. It needs washing and it needs some sort of a topper. It needs to be washed regularly because when you wash your vehicle, you're removing those contaminants, nothing gets a chance to bond, but if you let it go too long, even on the best of the best ceramic coatings, things will bond to it and inhibit the hydrophobics. Not to say that the coating is gone. It's there, but it's covered by water spots. And then those water spots will start to etch into the paint, not necessarily taking away the coating, but just taking away the hydrophobics. The coating is most likely still there, protecting it from UV and everything else. But the beading and the sheeting is what gives you the visual indicator. So I know it's very hard to tell, but really what we're doing is we're trusting the ceramic coating companies. We're trusting their technology, what they have built their coatings to do, understanding them. However, the visual indicator is what the customer is going to see and what the detailer is going to see to kind of judge if the coating is there or not. So I know it can be frustrating when you don't have the visual indicator. How do you know 100%? The simple answer is you don't. What you do is you can top it to make it hydrophobic, or at this point, there's a couple of different options we can choose, or the customer can choose. One, we can do a quick deconning polish with CarPro Essence, or maybe even Dr. Beasley's products. And what that will do is kind of gently reduce some of those water spots, maybe get rid of them, but I doubt it, but at least reduce them, gloss up the paint even more, make it nice and slick, and it'll fill in any of those little areas or kind of top those areas that are not hydrophobic, and it will basically put a hydrophobic ceramic layer on top that will bond to the other layer down below, or at least basically just give it the beading properties so that it looks nice for a long time, a year or more. That's one option. Or if it is covered under the warranty, we'll simply redo the entire job and reapply Crystal Serum Ultra, and then from here on out, hopefully maintain this vehicle every 3 to 6 months for the customer. However, some customers, you can't always have them for life because things change. They move, they buy a house somewhere else. So look, it doesn't matter too much. Don't overthink the process. Try to keep your customers happy, educate them on their vehicle and the protective products on it, and simply maintain it. Maybe a ceramic coating isn't right for a person. Maybe a good sealant, a polish and sealant every 6 months is perfect, and it's cheaper. So offer many different choices and your customers will choose, but make sure to keep your customers happy and just educate them. Don't try to just sell this like crazy 9-year warranty and say, oh, it's good for that 9 years no matter what you do. No, I'm not about that. The customers want to see the hydrophobics of it, and when they die off, you have to explain why. So learn how to communicate with your customer, learn how to explain those things, keep your customers happy. So this one is done, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, let me know down below. As always, any of the tools or the products, those shampoos that we use for deconning, if you're interested in them, they'll be linked down below. But let me know what you have found to work for you when deconning ceramic coatings. They don't always decon completely or unclog completely. That's just the nature of it. Let me know some of your stories, whether there were success stories where you unclogged a coating and it came right back, or other times where it was like, we gotta go a little extra. Maybe we have to do a light polishing on it and reapply some sort of a topper, or one of those ceramic repair polishes like CarPro Essence, or Shine Supply has one, Dr. Beasley's products. Let me know what you have done and both your success stories and maybe your not so successful stories. That way others can kind of see and have a realistic expectation of unclogging ceramic coatings. Don't forget to subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss stuff.
You don't miss stuff.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.